Do dyslexics have more facial expressions? Well, research says we do. When I first started researching what it meant to be dyslexic, I came across this study that actually showcased, and I've mentioned it before in other podcasts, about how dyslexic individuals are more emotionally affected by the visual stimuli. But what I haven't told you before is actually they noticed this through the facial expressions of the children, along with their heartbeats and their sympathetic response systems. So what this leads to understand is that dyslexics are actually showcase their emotions more readily on their faces, which actually removes them further from the autistic spectrum, which is more known to not have that facial expressiveness. Now, what does this mean for us dyslexics? Well, for myself, what it means is every time that I meet someone and I'm thinking something or experiencing something inside that goes against what the individual is saying to me, I consciously have to tell myself, keep your face blank, keep your face blank, because my face will express everything that I am thinking. It is a window into the soul of who I am and my thoughts and emotions. In this, what we can find is that as we're speaking, we become extremely expressive in our faces. Now, this can make us great communicators. And like I said, it can be a detriment when we don't want to showcase those aspects of ourselves. I want you to think, if you are dyslexic, how does this come? Do people find you very expressive? Is this something that aligns to you as an individual? What we have to realize is when we are looking at research, depending on how the research is done, majority of research doesn't state or showcase the differences between people. It summarizes the commonalities or the common experiences. So even though you hear some research about dyslexia that you don't agree with, the reality is it might not apply to you. You might not have been the majority in that research sample if you would have been a participant. But for myself, facial expressiveness is something that people have constantly told me as a person my whole life. I have to readily explain where my facial expressions are coming from for some people. Because what happens is that they can have a bias on what they think my facial expressions mean, and it could be inaccurate because it doesn't align with my internal emotional state. So for those dyslexics out there, if you have extreme facial expressiveness when you are talking, when you're experiencing something, when you're witnessing something, watching a movie, do you wince? Does your face get involved with what's happening around you? It might not necessarily be a personality trait. It could be your dyslexic brain.